400 years. That is how long the leadership of the Catholic Church authorized the enslavement of African people before a pope finally said that it was wrong. During that time, the church accumulated tens of trillions of dollars from the nations it empowered to traffic, brand, chain, and destroy African people. Let's be clear about why. It wasn't theology. It was money. It's always been money. And the only credible apology isn't words. It is the unburdening of ill-gotten wealth by the Catholic Church accumulated during the barbaric enslavement of African men, women, and children. You see, this wasn't something that the church observed from a distance. The Catholic Church has been described as the first and largest corporate slaveholder in the Americas. It wasn't just one order, it was the entire institution. The Jesuits, Dominicans, Augustinians, Franciscans, Benedictines, the Sisters of Charity, the Sisters of Loretto, and the Trappists all held African people in bondage. Slavery in the Catholic Church was so pervasive that before abolition, it was a greater anomaly for a religious order not to hold people in slavery. The Jesuits alone held more than 20,000 African people in bondage, and in 1838 sold 272 people to fund what's now Georgetown University. These weren't souls to be saved. They were investments to be managed. The documented tortures of the institution the church blessed included flogging, branding, and the removal of ears. Those who tried to escape had their hamstrings cut so that they could never run again. In the Caribbean colonies, a documented punishment involved flogging an enslaved person, then forcing another enslaved person to defecate into their mouth. St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas theologically defended the keeping of humans in bondage. St. Gregory the Great gave enslaved people to his friends as gifts. Pope Leo XIV called the church's role a wound in Christian memory. But the bones of African people are buried under the foundation of every cathedral that wealth built. That is not a wound in memory. That is a crime without a verdict. That wealth, it built cathedrals, it funded missions, it filled Vatican coffers, all extracted from African suffering. An apology without reparations isn't accountability, it's reputation management. Teaching the next generation of the Catholics the names of the papal bulls, the popes who signed them, the plantations, the whips, the iron collars. That is the beginning of accountability. Words aren't reparations. An encyclical isn't justice. An absolution cannot be self-administered. And if you didn't know, now you know.